Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time of coming here, you are welcome. If you're a returning viewer, you are also welcome. Today's video, I want to share with you guys how to sew this particular shirt with a long sleeve and a cuff. Okay, so in my previous one I shared with you how to cut it out. So if you haven't seen that video, I'm going to be linking it in the description box so that you go check it out before coming over to this one. It's very important. So you guys, these are the sleeve, and now we are going to start with the main top itself. We are going to start with the front piece. These are my two front piece. I'm going to place it on the table right now, and then I would bring in my interface. You are either going to be making use of hairstay or a paper gum. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to making use of a paper gum. So this is the paper gum, and we left about 2.5 inches for the button plackets. So this paper gum, you're going to cut it out and then place it on just the button plackets. Okay, you should not exceed that. So I've placed the paper gum on the button placket just so it could make that place a little bit firmer, okay, or stronger, whatever it is you want to call it. Okay, so now that I've placed it, I'm going to go ahead and fold in 1/2 inch from the center fronts. Okay, this is just for me to fold in my button placket, so you can see. And when you are doing this, ensure that you're ironing it down with your steam iron. Even if you don't have a steam iron, it can still work. Okay, and after that, go ahead and fold in again using the remaining 1 inch. Okay, so you can see I've ironed it and it's laying flat. So what you're going to do next is to go run a stitch on it. Okay, and once you are done doing that, you're going to have to go ahead and then cut out the excess button plackets that is coming out on the neckline. You can see. So I'm going to make sure that the two front piece are overlapping each other, are on top each other, and then I would cut out the excess neckline. So guys, once you are done with this, next is for you to go ahead and join the shoulders. And to do this, you're going to bring in the back piece and then place in the two front piece. Okay, but before you do that, please ensure that the button plackets are overlapping each other. Okay, just like this. You can see the way I'm setting it. And then you're going to have to move over to your sewing machine again and stitch the shoulder using 1/2 inch. So guys, we are done sewing the shoulders together. Next is for us to join the side seam. So whatever it is that you left for your side seam sewing allowance, you're going to use it this time around. Okay, but before that, please ensure that you make use of your pins to hold in place your two button plackets, as you can see me doing like this. Once you are done arranging yours, you're going to have to move over to your sewing machine and sew the side seam using whatever it is that you left for the sewing allowance. Okay, so mine is 1 inch, and that is what I'm going to use to sew it. And once we are done with that, we are going to move over to the sleeve. Here is my sleeve. Okay, you can see I have my two sleeve right in place. I'm going to bring in the cuff. You can see this is the cuff, and you guys, you know, we have a slit right on the sleeve. So what I'm going to do is to go ahead and bring in a strap of fabric. So this strap of fabric is 2 inches wide. Unfold is going to be 1 inch. So if you open it, you're going to have 2 inches. So what I'm going to do is to fold in one part and then also fold in the other part and then also fold just like this, because I need this to pipe the slit on my sleeve. Okay, and because I have 2 sleeves, I'm going to divide this into 2. So one is going to be for the left and one for the right. And then once you are done with that, go ahead and use it to pipe the slits on the sleeve just like this. So guys, I am done piping it, and this is what we have. I will also go ahead and bring in my cuff so that you guys can see. Okay, so you can see that I've folded in 1/2 inch all around it, and I am going to go ahead and sew the side seam of my sleeve using 1 inch just like this. So after I was done sewing it, this is what I have. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to the good side so that you guys can see what our sleeve looks like. So you can see this is our sleeve. This is the slit as well. Now to fix in my cuff, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the wrong side again, and then I would bring in my cuff. Okay, now to fix this cuff, I'm going to start from one part of the slitted area and then making sure that my cuff is facing the wrong side of the sleeve. I would sew like this, and you can see there is 2 inches remaining. So that place I'm going to pleat it on my sleeve. So that is how to fix in your cuff into your sleeve. We are done fixing this, and I'm going to show you guys what we have. You can see how beautiful this is looking. I'm going to go ahead and fixing my collar right now. I have a detailed tutorial on how to draft and sew in your collar into your shirt dress, okay, or your shirt top. I'm going to link the video in the description so that you go check it out. Okay, but first of all, what you have to do is to measure all around the neckline of your shirts and then use it to cut out your collar. You can see I am done cutting out the collar, and I have as well sewed it. This is a one-piece collar. Okay, so what you're going to do next is to go ahead and bring in your shirts and then fold it and notch the center of the neckline. Okay, now after you notch the center of the neckline, you're also going to fold the collar and get the center as well. So now you can see what we have. I'm going to ensure that the center of the collar is aligning with the center of my shirt, and I'll go ahead and use my pins to hold them down together. And remember that we are doing this on the wrong part of the shirt. Okay, so the right side of the collar is to face the wrong side of the shirt, and you're going to have to pin it all around. And once you are done pinning it, go ahead and stitch it using 1/2 inch. Okay, and then turn around to the good side and top stitch. So you guys, after we're done, this is what we have. What is left of it now is for me to go fixing the buttonhole. So what I'm going to do is to make a buttonhole on the left part and then fixing the button on the right side, and also to the cuff I'm going to go ahead and fixing my buttonhole and the button. Okay, so the buttonhole is going to be on top and the button on the down part. Okay, so you guys, with that being done, this is our shirts, and you can equally see that I made a trouser for this. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, share this video to get more people to see it. Okay, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.